All right, hello everyone. This is our daily lectionary. I want to one of our lectionary verses kind of jumped out at me. Psalm 86, 11 through 17. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'll read verse 11. He says, "Teach me thy way, O Lord. I will walk in thy truth. Unite my heart to fear thy name." Let's read it from the Message. It says, "Train me, God, to walk straight. Then I'll follow your true path. Put me together, one heart and mind. Then undivided, I'll worship in joyful fear." Let's try the English Standard Version. Let me grab it here. "Teach me your way, O Lord, that I may walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name." I want to talk about being taught by God to walk in his truth, to walk in his way, or to do the things that God has commanded us to do. Jesus said that if you love me, you will keep my commandments. He also said that we should love the Lord our God with all of our heart, mind, soul, and strength, and love our neighbor as ourselves. So Christ, God himself, came to earth and taught us his way. Now, now that God has done that, the question then is, are we going to then respond and make the decision to walk in his way? Or will we continue to walk in our own way? We continue to walk in our own wisdom, in our own truth. The King James Version of that scripture says, "I will walk in thy truth." We, especially in our American culture, we have this culture now that people are saying, live your truth or walk in your truth. But God did not tell us to do that. God told us to walk in his truth. The scriptures tell us to walk in his truth. Now, I understand that there's some people that, they don't see the scriptures with the same reverence or interpretive lens that I may see it, or that Christians may see it. And so I'm not dealing with them, but I'm talking specifically to those who are believers, that we should not be walking in our own truth. We should be walking in God's truth. For he is the way, the truth, and the life. The aletheia in the Greek, he is the truth. And so we should be walking in his truth. But we can't walk in his truth unless we learn his ways. And so Christ comes and shows us the ways of God. David did not have this advantage, the psalmist, rather, did not have this advantage when they wrote this. But they were able to walk, they were desiring, rather, to walk in the truths of God. We as Christians, as believers, however, we have that example. God himself came and literally showed us how to walk out the spiritual life as his children on the earth. And so now the onus is on us as believers to decide to walk in it. And he says, "Unite my heart to fear thy name." A lot of times our hearts are torn. Our hearts are torn between God and this. It can be torn between God and sex, God and money, God and power, God and obedience to governmental entities, God and submission to that person that you are with. Jesus says these things, that if you are not ready to deny your father and mother, your children, and all of these things that are very important to you, and follow him, then you're not worthy of him. Basically, he says that. So in other words, he's using hyperbolic language to say, that God must be the most important thing in your life. And so I pray that we learn how to walk to learn the ways of God, to walk in his truth, and to unite our hearts to have a reverence for him and his name. God bless you.